Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Emi Sakashita, and I lead Alpha Academy as its COO. Pause. Tonight, I want to ask you one simple question and then answer it together over the next few minutes. What is the boarding school talent that the world's top companies fight over? Pause. The answer begins at schools like Phillips Exeter, St. Paul's, and Choate Rosemary Hall. Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, Google, McKinsey. Pause. Every single year, these firms compete, not just hire, but truly compete for a very specific kind of person. And when you trace those people back before the Ivy League, before their first job, you find something they all share. Pause. Most of them spent their teenage years in one place, a boarding school. Pause. So the real question is, what happens there? At the very top sits a group called the 10 Schools. Founded in 1952, it brings together 10 of the oldest and most selective boarding schools in America. Exeter, Andover, Lawrenceville, Choate, Deerfield, and the others you see here. Pause. These are not simply good high schools. They are the schools where talent from all over the world is gathered and shaped together in one community. Let me show you why they are different in kind, not just in degree. Pause. The most selective accept around 13% of applicants, tighter than many Ivy League colleges. Nearly 100% of graduates go on to four-year universities. The student-to-faculty ratio is about 5-1, and their students come from 86 countries. Pause. Across the 10 schools, more than $125 million in financial aid every single year. So what actually happens in the classroom? Pause. This is the Harkness method, created at Exeter. There is no lecture. Students and the teacher sit together around one oval table and they discuss. The teacher only guides. Pause. Here, children learn to build an argument, to voice it, and to persuade their peers. They learn that it is safe to be wrong. Pause. And as a brain scientist, this is what moves me. Adolescence is a window of extraordinary plasticity. This is exactly when we should be training the mind to think, not just to memorize. But learning here does not end at the classroom door. It runs 24 hours a day. Pause. Students live, eat, and sleep alongside classmates from 86 countries. Teachers live on campus and mentor them late into the night. Pause. This is where cross-cultural fluency, self-discipline, and real resilience are formed through daily life, through friction, through failure and recovery. No textbook can teach this. The environment itself does the teaching. And the resources are extraordinary. More than 2,000 courses across the 10 schools. Exeter's endowment alone is near $1.4 billion. Pause. Students pitch ventures to alumni investors. Some schools run institutes for diplomacy and global business. Pause. To touch the frontier of a field at 15, that single experience widens the entire range of a young person's future. Does it work? Pause. Look at the names. 2 American presidents, the Bushes, came from Andover. President Kennedy from Choate. Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Meta, from Exeter. The CEO of Lazard. 2 Nobel laureates in economics. Pause. Politics, finance, technology, scholarship. At the summit of nearly every field, you find these graduates. Pause. This is not luck. It is design. So here is the secret the world's recruiters are really after. Pause. First, the power to argue and persuade, forged over hundreds of hours at that table. Second, the ability to function inside diversity, a true global mindset. Third, self-direction and the refusal to break under pressure. And fourth, a genuine lifelong network. Pause. Top firms are not buying a label. They are buying a complete human being. Now, why does this matter to you and to your child? Pause. Because the chance to step into the world's finest education at the ages of 12 to 15 is more valuable than ever. It raises the entire range of your child's future to a global standard, at the very moment their brain is most ready to be shaped. But I have to be honest with you. Pause. This application is a completely different game. Acceptance rates near 13% against the strongest applicants on earth. Tests like the SSAT and TOEFL. Essays and interviews that judge not a test score, but the whole person. Recommendations, activities, holistic review. Pause. And the greatest wall of all, the information gap. A domestic score-chasing playbook simply does not work here. And this is exactly where we come in. Pause. For more than 18 years, Alpha Academy has guided over 80,000 clients into the world's top careers. Because we know the destination so intimately, we can design a 12-year-old's application by working backward from the goal itself. Pause. That is the difference between us and a conventional agency. Let me introduce the two of us. Pause. Our founder, Toshihiko Irisumi, walked this path himself. Sumitomo Corporation, the University of Chicago Booth MBA, and the investment banking division of Goldman Sachs. He knows the world's top careers from the inside. Pause. And I am Emi Sakashita. I trained in neuroscience at the University of Tokyo's graduate school and in learning science at Columbia University's Teachers College. I bring brain science and the science of learning to every child we guide. So if you are considering a boarding school for your child, pause. Let that journey begin with us. Take the first step, a free consultation. We will design your child's potential to a global standard. Pause. Thank you.